Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? We're carrying on from yesterday. We've just come back with this new trailer that we've leased. Before I go any further, my question for this week is, which telehandler would you like me to get? Would you like me to get the Liebherr, the Manitou, the JCB, or the new Holland? It's your vote, it's your game. And not that I would ever try to influence anything. I haven't tried to influence it in any of the last two episodes either. I wouldn't dream of doing something like that, but I like that one there. That one's my favourite there. Okay, just that one. The Manitou. Okay, just, yeah. Okay, yes. So, is your vote, is your game. Head into the comment section, let me know which one you want, and hopefully you'll pick the Manitou, because that's the one that we want. I mean, hopefully you'll pick the one that you think is the best one. Yeah. Of course, that's what I meant. Now then, this guy here, let's just turn off the hired help a minute, is struggling a little bit to pull this trailer when it's full. Look at that. Look at the wheel spinning. It's brilliant. I love this. I really do. Nope, I want to go there and take that one off. Need to go back over to that tractor. Take that trailer off. And we'll hitch this trailer in a second. And I am going to use a cover. I thought about it between this episode and the previous episode. And I think we will use the cover on the trailer. We're going along the road. And I'm not sure what the law is in the US. But just in case, we will cover everything up so that we don't get anything blowing off anywhere. Let's come back over onto this one. Now, I don't know if the cover automatically gets removed by the hired help. Look at the sliding of the wheels. This ground response mod is brilliant. I don't like the way that the bigger machinery really bounces around like a absolute lunatic, but generally it's pretty good. And if I come down here, I want to go to the front and turn that one on. And lower it down. Right, it doesn't change the cover. Oops, I want to leave it on. So we have to take the cover off manually and then it recognises it. Once that thing's on the ground, because this particular tractor, it seems to put it lower down than the other tractor does. Come over to there. Right, if I lift it up, he'll drive, but oh no, he won't. Because because it's running, it struggles a bit. I think it's the thin wheel. It is also the horsepower of the tractor, I believe. I think that also influences it. Right, he's not backing up at all. If I'd put the hired help going, he will give it a bit more oomph, but that's mainly because the hired help doesn't use my pedals. And I have found, I did explain that to you previously, it was actually back in FS15, my pedals don't give 100% acceleration. The pedals are like 3/4 acceleration, so I have to use, that is by choice. I like it like that, because then the pedals is more controlled, and if I want to go maximum speed, I just press the button that I've got set on my pad. Right, someone said they couldn't see that American flag. I don't know if does that make it, yeah, see, I've got the tree in the way now. I come back like that, can you sort of see it there? You can just sort of see the red and white stripes with the flowers, and then up in the top corner there's the dots, and the blue, I'm guessing, for the stars, for your flag. So just in case, so there you go, that's about as well as I can show it. Can't really show it any better than that. We're going to be mowing that soon. Depending on how quickly we get on this episode, we may even start mowing in this episode. So what I was talking about last time was I said I'd try and sort of get a mixture, because I've had a few people sort of say they don't really like the missions very much. They think it's kind of cheaty. Most of you, I did mention this in the Sosnovka, and most of you said no, do the missions because it's all part of the game. They wouldn't have put them in if it was cheating. A lot of you have said, don't lease so much machinery. Could you please try to buy your machinery? So, and we've got various different aspects of gameplay that we want to cover. So in order to try and keep everybody happy, I know it's very difficult, it's much easier to upset everybody. I'm very good at upsetting everybody, I'm not so good at keeping everybody happy. So I'm going to try and keep everybody happy, if that's okay with you guys. What we're going to do is we're going to mostly lease machinery in this game. And why am I going to mostly lease machinery? I did say it very briefly in the last one, but if we just quickly go here to the vehicle overview, finances, right, new vehicles, there. I haven't got new vehicles, but if you go down construction cost, leasing costs, look, see, $50,000 per day. It's costing us a fortune. So once you actually start doing any serious level of leasing, you start the costs really do accumulate. You start to get a lot of money being spent on leasing your machinery. And because it's so expensive, I thought it could actually make it quite interesting if I was trying to lease everything rather than buy stuff. So for this map, I'm going to be predominantly based around leasing things, and only buying stuff when we've absolutely definitely got the money available. We're not going to try and scrimp and save to be able to buy. We'll just, well, we can't afford it, we'll lease it. Sosnovka is going to be the exact opposite. We are going to scrimp and save to try and buy stuff whenever possible. I'm going to try and do my utmost best, absolute best, to try and buy stuff in Sosnovka so that we don't have leasing costs. I want to keep leasing costs to an absolute minimum on that map. We'll have the maintenance costs and we'll be buying the machinery. Occasionally we will have to lease in order to be able to continue on and progress the game a bit, but mostly we won't be. I will try to avoid doing missions on this one and Sosnovka, the Let's Plays, although I will be doing some missions. I will be doing some of the contracting jobs because they're available and is part of the game, like most of you have said. In the time-lapse series, I will sort of have a mixture. I will lease some stuff, I will buy some stuff, it just depending whatever takes my fancy with that particular item of machinery. I'll probably try to buy it, although I'm concentrating a lot more in that one on trying to buy as much land as possible. I will be doing a lot more of the contracting missions in the time-lapse series because I'm trying to get the land reduced in price, so I want it a bit cheaper, so that is how we're going to do it. I hope everybody's happy with this. This is how I've decided that I'm going to try and sort of work all three of the maps. Now if you have any thoughts on this, anything like that, then let me know and we'll see if we can make some minor adjustments to it. But I feel that if we do it like this, because we're doing animals on Sosnovka and we're doing mostly arable on here, I figured we're going to need bigger machinery on this map than we will on the other one. So this would be the better one to try and do the leasing on rather than the Sosnovka one. Why does it take such a thin little strip down the side? See, that bit there has just been squished by the wheels of the trailer. But see, he ain't taking much up through there, is he? It's really slowing it down. I think we will manually override this in a minute. Once it gets down the other end, we'll manually override it so that we can fill the trailer up a bit further. Although I'm not really sure how well that's going to happen because these tyres are really, really thin. This is the difficult bit. We'll be doing these tyres quite a bit of damage by using it like this, but I wanted to do this so that we didn't risk squashing too much of the crop. For those of you who've seen yesterday's episode, who remember, we were having a bit of trouble with that yesterday. The other tractor, when we were using that one, was squashing a little bit too much of the crop. I think we were losing a bit too much, so we decided to put this tractor on with the row crops so that we could... Right, if I do that, activate my cruise control button, should drive up through and we'll take a full swath up through. So yeah, we were getting problems with the crop being squashed by the tractor, so we switched to this tractor in the hope that it wouldn't squash the crop. But this is the other problem. It's just not pulling it. Look. It really doesn't like this, does it? Look at that. I'm wondering if maybe we should put that other tractor on it just for a little while. I know that, I mean, if we're doing it manually, it'd probably be okay. Oh, come on, tractor. 1 mile an hour. You can do better. I have faith in. Look at his wheels spinning, though. Seriously, look at those wheels. That is pretty awesome. I am impressed with the way that those wheels spin. Oops. Where am I going? Right. Let's try and keep it on course here. And there we go. So I was thinking we're doing fairly well, to be honest here, so we might actually get started on doing some mowing today. We won't be doing much else with it, but we might get some of the mowing done so that we can start thinking about picking that up. We're going to need that Mengel Garant forager. So just lift up at the end of the row. How is he going to be? Still spinning and sliding a bit. But this way, he's going to be going downhill, isn't he? So, down there. Lower him down so he's engaged. Now, if I move it right over as far as I think I can take it, about there, I think, and I'll engage the hired help, put him going, and I want to watch it from this angle a little bit. It does actually look really cool. I'm so impressed with the new animations. I know I said this a lot last time, and yes, I'm probably easily impressed with a lot of stuff, but that is pretty cool, isn't it? I mean, really, look at that. That is pretty impressive. He's actually nearly finished now. Because we're taking a full swath, he's doing it a lot easier. I'm wondering if perhaps we should come out of the crop. Here we go. And if I just drive normally back up to the other end of the field, it might end up being a little bit quicker because we haven't got to try and pull up across the field. This might be the way to do it. Like when you're ploughing. But for those of you who don't know, if you've got a non-reversible plough, on small fields like this, it wouldn't be unusual at all to pick up at one end, drive down to the other end of the field, and then start ploughing again, so that it's all going the same way. If you've got a bigger field, you wouldn't do it like that. You would plough one way on one side of the field, plough the other way on the other side of the field, and kind of meet it in the middle. It's a very common way of doing it. Right, I've engaged a hired help again. It was a very common way of doing the ploughing, but we're not ploughing, so we'll stop talking about that. I'm going to fill this trailer up, and then I will swap them over, and we can go and empty out the next one over at the biogas plant. That one's going away there quite nicely, and I reckon 2 more trailerfuls and we'll have done this field completely. We'll take back that, is it MEX 5 or MEC 5? Can't remember now, we'll have a look in a minute. So yeah, we'll take that one back once we've finished, and let's put the cover back on this trailer. We'll do that while we're driving on the road. And then I'm hoping that we can do a little bit of mowing here in this field. I'm going to use the trailed mower rather than 2 mowers that go together and we go backwards. We will do some backwards mowing, don't worry. That is on my planned list of things to do on this map. But I don't want to do it just yet because I'd like to use a trailed mower, because I've used a trailed mower in real life and I like the trailed mowers. I really like them. It's something that I enjoyed doing when I was younger. And what do you mean helper G has completed their task? They've still got silaging to do. I'm going to pull over and go back and just find out exactly what they think they're playing at a minute. Okay, I think possibly because the hired help was going up the hill and the tractor wasn't gripping and just going, it decided to just give up and not go any further. Can't say that I blame it, really. Something I want to try out a minute. I am so rubbish at backing these up. Look at that. I am so bad at doing that. Anyway, yeah, something I wanted to try out a minute. Someone said that these actually work now. Where I read it, or maybe it was on one of the forums or something, but someone did say that they actually work. Right, what does that say? That says 16529. Okay, 16529. So we'll go and tip this one out. We'll come out of there. We'll go on up here. I'm going to come across here. We'll sort of we'll pile this up a little bit, and there we'll tip that one out there. Me do it like that. See what I'm doing here now. So it's back. It is sort of piling it up a bit. Actually, I want to spread it out a little bit, don't I? There we go. Close that one down. Now we'll go back round onto that weighbridge again, and we'll see if it still says the same. 16529. So that was the number. Does the weighbridge work? Because someone said that the weighbridge actually works, and it will give you a true weight of what your trailer is. But I got, yeah, 16 ton for 21,000 litres. That doesn't seem right. Okay. It's now saying 12854. So it is weighing us. Whether it's anywhere near accurate or it's just like a random number each time you get onto the weighbridge, I really don't know. We'll drive around once more. We're going to do this like a circle. You know, on escalators in department stores, you know, the moving stairs that move up and down? That's exactly the same. Maybe they do work. Awesome. I like that. That's actually something that's really cool to know. But yeah, you know, like the escalators, you know, the moving stairs that go up and down in the department stores. I am. Helper E has completed the task. I bet he's got to the top of the field, he's turned round, driven down just fine, but then he tried to come back up the field and it wouldn't engage and he kind of stopped. I think we're going to have to do the last bit ourselves. maybe you... well, I don't know, we could just keep it on that smaller one and just keep going around in circles, I suppose. That might work. We'll have to see. But yeah, anyway, the department stores, the escalators. I am the sort of person that will go up the escalator and then straight over to the one that's going down and go down the escalator and then back up. And these days I've got children, so I'm allowed to take my children on it, and I use them as the excuse for riding up and down the escalator. But yeah, it's great fun. I do it just for me. And I am actually admitting that I do go up and down on the escalators just for fun. Don't know if anyone else does that. You might think that's a little bit weird. Don't know. Anyway, he has done exactly what I said he was going to do. He has got to the bottom of the hill. He can't go any further because he just can't drive. I don't think the tractor has got the strength to get going, to be honest. So it's kind of just giving up. We'll try it again. Let's turn him on. And I'll press H and just see if it does it. It's going, though. It is actually going. It's not the fastest, but it's still doing it. So why is the hired help stopping at the bottom of each row at the moment? Because it wasn't. We did all of that. It did it just fine. It did really well. Had no complaints with it. I mean, we are squashing the crop here, which is not the most ideal situation to be in, but we're going to I think we'll just sort of endure that. This is way too slow. What we'll continue to do, we'll drive down the field, and then we'll come out of the crop and we'll go back up the field. I think actually I'm gonna disengage that right now. I will come out of there so I stop squashing the crop as well. Come up to the top. We'll swing round. I was going to say swing round and spin round, and it come out as spin. Spin? Yeah, I'm not really sure. So we will spin round up the top. There we go. And if I engage the hired help now, should go into the crop quite nicely and take a full width. So we got a nice wide width on that one, and it should go all the way down the field. It should even pick up that. Oh, actually, I think the little bit down there is going to say no, we don't like that bit, because the trailer squashed it all, didn't it? How much have we got left? Right, that is everything there. So if I disengage it now and spin back round to the top again as fast as I can, I'm going to at least fill this trailer up now on my own, and then we can see about tipping it out, and we'll also see how much we've got left. I think we are getting very close to finishing this field. We're nearly finished, just coming down this trailer full. That's completely done. I am wondering if we can leave it unsupervised. This is the big sort of thing. I forgot to unhitch that trailer yet again. I keep doing that. But yeah, can we leave this one unsupervised to actually finish the job itself, or is it just going to give up and stop right down the bottom immediately? What we'll do is we'll let it do it itself and turn... Actually, no. We'll get down to the bottom of the row. We'll go and run it back up to the top again, and then we'll see. We are running out of time. I am hoping that we can still go and get the mower. At least just like... Even if we just put the mower into the grass. Let's put that cover back on. Nip over and grab this one. So let me just spin round. And there we go. I love it. I really do love the sliding and everything. It is a fantastic effect, and it is doing it really well. It's not like overusing it, but especially with the care wheels on the row crops, it's struggling to gain any purchase on this field, and it's very realistic like that. And come around here. Now if I start that one up, oh no, I want to change to there. Now we'll start it up. Should work now. Right. A little bit faster. See, it's so slow to get going, but I think that's in part because of the way it's like really close to the ground, and it's almost scraping the ground. You have a look at the front there. That is pretty much running on the ground, which is making it really, really difficult for that tractor to gain any purchase and to move the thing. So I want to come around this way like this. We'll go whizzing up to the top of the field. Do a little bit from inside the cab. Have a look at what we're doing. A bit muddy in here. We need to clean this tractor off again. We're going to clean off our Valtra as well. We'll do that, possibly do that next episode. If we're going to go and get the mower, we could possibly clean things up before we start using it. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. And, right, lower that one down. Start it up. And, actually, I'm going to come up so I can just see what I'm doing here a minute. Right, there we go. That seems to be about right. So if I engage the hired help on that, he's working. And I'll jump out, let him carry on. Excellent. Hopefully, he will get down to the bottom of the field. He'll be able to turn properly and get back up again. Because if he can't, it's going to... yeah, we'll just have to come back and do it ourselves, which is slightly annoying. I was hoping to be able to avoid doing any of it ourselves this time round. And to get the mower back here, and I was saying I'd like to at least do a little bit of the mowing, but I'm also thinking we need to continue on with that ploughing, and this is the only tractor that can do the ploughing. We're not going to be doing any turning of hay, but we are going to use a rake. We're going to need to use a rake so that we can put it up into rows, ready to pick up the forage wagon, and I think we could get away with using a rake on the other tractor, the one with the row crops. This is a stayer, isn't it? I'm sure that we're using a stayer over there. So we could get away with using the rake on that one, which means that this one can finish off the ploughing while he's doing the raking after we've done the mowing with this one. That's my plan anyway. I think it's going to work. I think that's how we can do it. We'll have to see. I don't know. This is all sort of up in the air at the moment. We'll have to see. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to zip onto the weighbridge again and just see if it's doing it accurately. 16529. Yes, it is. It's actually working properly. We've had the same result both times with a full trailer. I think we can safely say that the weighbridge is working accurately. I mean, I don't know if it's giving a true weight or anything like that, but it is definitely working. Now we've got to try and squeeze over here. I've put too much of a bump right there. I put too much stuff right in the way. Like that. If I can just get it like that. There we go. See what we're doing. Lift and get that to come through. We're going to need the leveler. I think we'd be better off using the leveler as we go. This is just going to get more and more difficult as time goes on, as we get more and more stuff in here. How much have we got in here? 92,000. We actually had more than this in the Sosnyovka one, didn't we? We had like 100,000 litres in there. Something like that. But then, if you look at it now, it doesn't look like it's very much. And once you shove it all up, you don't get very much at all in there. So we do have a couple more fields. Well, I say couple. We've got a field more to do. And it's not a bad sized field. Once we've mown it all and gathered it all up, we should have a reasonable amount of grass in there that can be dumped into this silo as well. We've got the new forage wagon that we'll be trying out. It's got that silage additive. Now, I have no idea what the silage additive does, and it doesn't really explain on the silage additive. It just says something about... actually, I can't even remember what it says. We'll have to have a look at that in a minute. And it does look like we are not going to have enough time to go and get our mower today. That is going to have to be next week's episode. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a shame. But I might actually, as we're not getting the mower just yet, I might go and finish the ploughing between episodes. He did it! Look at that! He turned round successfully. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. I'm like a parent looking on at a child that has just learned how to use a knife and fork. Okay, maybe not quite that bad, but anyway. Let me come down here. We'll help it out just for this last little trip up across the field. How much have you got? Okay, right. This is helper H, so Helen. This is Helen. For H, right. I'm going to do this myself. This last little bit, if I can. I don't know if I can. I'm going to try and do this myself. My question for this week, for the last time, is which telehandler would you like me to get? We'll get the Liebherr, the Manitou, the JCB, or the New Holland. It's your vote, it's your game. Head to the comment section down below and let me know which one you want me to get, and I will try to buy it if I can. I might not necessarily be able to, but I will try to buy it if I can. So I have just about run out of time for this week, so we'll be doing our collection of our mower next time, and we will start mowing that field up over there. Oh, this is slow. Look at it. It is spinning an awful lot, though. Look at that. Look at those wheels. They're really going for it. He doesn't like this at all, does he? It's a struggle. It's a struggle. yeah, so we'll be mowing that field next time, and we do need to finish doing that ploughing. I don't think I will do that between episodes. I think we will leave that, and I will finish that while we're doing something else, probably doing the raking with this one, and we'll set the plough going. So it's sort of, because we do need to try and learn to juggle these tasks while we're doing it. I don't want to do everything off screen. We'll see how that goes. So we've got another half a trailer here, and then we got these 2 trailers. Not really sure what we're going to use 2 trailers for now, but I'm sure we'll think of something. We got the forage wagon, and that's the other thing that we need to find out, is what the silage additive does for the forage wagon, because we're going to have to use that as well. Someone did point out, I think it was Klaus Jorgensen, is it? I think was your name. I can't remember. And I have mentioned him previously. He gives me a lot of tips and stuff. It's really cool, and sends me some links and everything. I was looking for that button there. Right, loading wagons. It doesn't say on here what it does, but if you come over to the pallets, that one, feed tech silage additives. Silage additives is used to get higher resolution. What do you mean by higher resolution? I don't know what that is. Is it a higher yield in the silage? Is it what? I genuinely don't. So if anybody knows what that means by the higher resolution, I mean, do you get a higher yield? Can you fit more into the trailer by doing that? What benefit do we get for using that silage additive? It'd be really cool if we could find that out. Right, what I'm going to do is, actually, right before I go, let's just unhitch this trailer right here. Nope, not that one. That's me. Dump that in the middle of the field. Switch to that one and unhitch the trailer. I think you can return the things over at the shed. I don't know, though. I'm hoping that we can return this over at the workshop. We're finished with this one. It's done. Completely finished. So let me just fold that back away like that. And bring that down over here. If I stop here... Ooh, whoa, Nelly. Slow down. Lower that down. Unhitch. Ooh. Okay, that's going a little bit loopy. I'll just pretend I didn't see that. It does some very crazy things here, actually. I've noticed that. Press R and... Oh, you can't return it from here. You've got to drive it back to the shop. Okay, so I will take this one back to the shop and I will return this before the next episode, and then we can... Actually, no, I might not even do that. I might just stick it on the front of the other tractor, and we can return this one and then pick up the new mower at the same time. But anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode, please head down below and give me a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.